Morning guys, welcome back to another video. What a beautiful morning on the farm, and getting moving on to a new project now. I need to get my egg mobiles ready. I've got my layers coming in a couple of weeks and I've got a few jobs to do, so let's go take a look what we're doing. This is my egg mobile number 2, it's the second one I made. And now when I made this I knew I was taking a chance. I made it with just a single axle, and I had a fair idea I was chancing my arm and it would be problematic, and it was towards the end of the year in the autumn. It was really hard to move, so I'm going to do two things with this one here. I'm actually going to make I are trying to figure out here how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to make a dolly for my winch. It's going to be a double axle dolly, so it's effectively going to have 4 of these tires on it, and it'll have, you can see here I've got, so I'm going to have this ball attached to a double axle dolly, and my winch is going to be on the front of it. So this will have 4 of these balloon tires, and that'll be able to take a lot of weight. So what my plan then is to do is to move this axle further back, and I've got 4 sets of these balloon tires. I'm going to put 4 of these under the egg mobile, but I'm going to move them slightly back because if I've now effectively got 8 tires I can spread the weight on, 4 in the front and 4 in the back. So these wheels are almost in the middle. I want to move my tires back to here and here. That way they'll take the back half of the weight, and then the dolly will take the front half. And I'll be confident going through any kind of terrain with them then. Like, you've got 8 balloon tires for it's maximum about 2 ton. So you've really cut down the weight and spread the surface area, and I think I'll have no issues. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it up a little bit off the ground. I actually have it jacked up a bit higher than it would normally sit, and I just want more ground clearance, so I'm going to lift it up. I'm going to make 2 new axles and lift it up off the ground a bit more. And my dolly will also work. What I'll do then is, rather than, because at the minute I used to be moving the winch between my egg mobiles, the winch will be totally fixed on the dolly. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, you'll see in a later video when I make it. But my winch will be totally fixed in this dolly, and I'll make it, and so the battery, the winch, everything will be fixed on there. I'll have a little tow bar on it so I can just pull it around with the quad and take the quad off it, use the winch, and it'll hook on, because I'll have a ball on it. This guy here, it'll mean I can hook on to both egg mobiles, just hook them on and pull away. So that's the project now. This egg mobile here has to get cleaned out. I didn't get around to cleaning it in the fall or in the autumn, so I need a power hose in here. I need to put back in the panel, because I took that panel out for the polytunnel. These nest mats, or these nest boxes, have to come out because I'm changing out. As you can see, the bottom of these nest boxes have 18mm ply on them, and I'm going to change that out for a welt mesh so that any dirt or anything can fall straight through. So I've got to take out the nest boxes, power hose, clean everything down, put in new axles, make a dolly, put everything back together, and put back in my automation panel. And that's that one ready to go. And then I've got my other egg mobile over here. It is cleaned down, but the nest boxes have to come out of that, so I need to actually move it. I'm going to pull it out and put it right where the van's sitting. And it just needs to get the nest boxes taken out and mesh put in instead of the ply. And I also need, I'm using it for storing stuff, storing water lines. Sorry about the light, guys. Water lines and stuff. I'm going to take all that out. Again, I'm going to pull out the nest boxes and change this out. I mightn't even have to pull them out. I might just do it in situ. I'll see which is easiest. I know some of these are screwed through, so I might have to shimmy the nest boxes a bit, but I'll figure out what's the quickest and easiest. To move this now, I've just actually set up a quick pulley. There's the goats, getting them out, they're just starting to settle in. They haven't been jumping out over the fence, which is great, because if they were going to jump the fence, it was going to be problematic, so they seem to be getting trained well. I've got a pulley here on the ground. It runs off to that tree way down there, and I'm just going to hook now, rope onto the egg mobile. I'll run another rope off onto the van and just pull it off. In a couple of pulls I'll pull it back. I'll be able to hook on the van and get it into position. So plenty of work ahead for me. Okay, I got this one all washed out, and next job on this one now is going to be the axles and the dolly, and then I'll get on to the nest boxes. We'll take a quick look at the other egg mobile. I already figured out I can take the bottoms off without taking the nest boxes out. So with this one I've already pulled out a couple of the bottoms. You can see they just slip right out, and I'm going to replace that with weld mesh, so that'll be pretty easy. And we've got that one out as well, so I know now that's going to be a pretty easy job. I'm also going to change out these panels for my new and improved version. It's pretty much the same thing. There's a few different parts in them, but the main thing too is it's in a closed unit. These were kind of, the birds could get at them or whatever, so they got a little bit of dirt on them or whatever, so I want to fix that and go with my new and improved version. So I'm going to build 2 new boxes for each egg mobile, and if you haven't seen, you can get our training, our online training on how to build your own one step by step. Check out that in the link below. This is the dolly that we're going to try and make, and I'm going to have this going to be the axle here and here, so there'll be wheels on here. I'm going to mount our winch on the front here, and we're going to make, this is going to be a tow bar to pull it. I'm not sure whether I'll put it on this side or the other side, but then we're going to put a ball here, so the egg mobiles are going to get connected on here. The winch is on the front and it's going to pull it off. That's the theory anyway. We've got to go and make this. I'm just down here in my Uncle Charlie's shed or workshop. Charlie's mechanic, and growing up, pretty much anything I know about mechanics or engineering I've learned here. And I'm not a big fan of working with steel. I don't know, growing up I was always fond of working with wood. It's only in the last few years that I've really got way more interested in working with steel. I can't weld very well, so I'm going to get Charlie to do some welding for me. I'm going to cut up steel here and measure it all out to make a dolly. So let me show you what I'm doing. So I've got loads of these balloon tires. They're effectively for making quad trailer kits. They come with hubs, and I'm going to make I have 4 sets of these all together. I'm going to put 4 of these under egg mobile number 2, and then I'm going to use 4 of them to make a dolly, which is going to hold our winch and our battery. This winch here is this is a 300 or a 3-ton towing capacity. You can get these up to 6-ton towing capacity. I find I've been using this one 3 tons, and it's been working fine for my egg mobiles. So I need to start. This is 3-inch channel iron. I'm going to start to cut up some of this to make my dolly. Getting there slowly. So this is our double axle. This is going to be the front, and I've just got to build this up. I've got 2 more plates to go on here, so these members are going to go on here and on here. I've been playing around. There's loads of different ways I could do this, and then I'm going to run 1 single beam back here, and that's going to hold our ball hitch. I need to hold my ball hitch about here just to give me clearance of the wheels. I looked at different options. I looked at options of putting the ball hitch in here, but the height I needed to get was just ridiculously high for the egg mobiles to lift them up that high. So I went for the option of putting the ball hitch at the back here. There is going to be a tendency for the dolly to want to lift in the front, but that's fine because the minute I put the winch on and put weight on the winch, it's going to even out the weight. So I'm not worried about that, and I'm just going to put my winch is going to get mounted here and coming together nicely. So I got to get cutting and do a bit more work. This is our dolly. We're almost getting there. So we've put on a plate here. This is going to hold the winch, so I'm just going to bore 4 holes and mount the winch on here. And then I'm just figuring out here now where I can mount the ball hitch. So it's looking like right here is going to be the spot for it. That way I can turn pretty much 90 degrees, and yeah, looking good. So just got to mount the ball hitch now, mount the winch and the rollers for the winch. The battery's going to sit on here, and then I got to paint everything. That's it from this video, guys. I'm just finished milking our goats here. So we've got our goats' names. We've got Nelly is the nanny goat, and Gilbert is the little kid, and Gilbert saying hi. Really getting on well with the milking. I'll probably show you that in the next video. And yeah, I just got to finish the dolly now, get it painted, and I'm going to work on that tomorrow. So I'll show you that in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.